Good evening, everybody. The Toro Dice Club here. I apologize for missing the video yesterday. I actually did make one. Unfortunately, this is where my technical difficulties come in. I did make it in 4K and didn't realize that I can't upload a 4K video because it turns out, especially when you roll for 50 minutes, it was like a small movie or a cinema, and there's no way possible I can do that. So I apologize. I'm gonna have to start all over from yesterday and get it done. I don't know how to edit it, and you know what? It's just easier to remake another one. So here we go. Today we're gonna do a upgraded version of what I did last week. Last week we did the El Toro 200 with a buy-in of 200 for the person who doesn't quite have a $1,000 bankroll to come up to the table and play. But for those of you who do, or some of you guys who like to play quarters or save up and want to go to the casino with a bigger bankroll, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to do it again. So I had a lot, some of the people just said, "Hey, I don't believe the system works. Blah blah blah. I don't think you can throw that long. It was edited." No, it was not edited at all. I'm just telling you, I don't know how to do all that stuff. So anyway, we're going to get started. I got $1,000 up here. We're going to start again, and I think what we'll do is we're going to go as long as we can without knocking this thing out. We should be able to at least double this bankroll, or we'll lose the bankroll, one of the others, right? Because we're going to go out and we're going to put quarters on everything and $100 and start pressing and paying and doing what we do. All right, guys, we're going to start out with 10-5-10 on our all tall small. It's a good bet for me. I enjoy the bet. It's not the best of bets on the casino, but I like to play it. So if it does come in, it pays out well. If it doesn't, well, it's a $25 loss. Again, I'm not bringing my life savings or my 401k or anything else like whatever you may have to the casino. I just bring what I'm prepared to lose. So here we go. We're playing $25 chips today on everything, including our pass line. We're going to play 2 times odds, or single odds actually, on all the numbers unless it's a 4 and 10. If it's a 4 and 10, we're going to pay 2 times odds so we can double it up. All right, dice are out. Let's see if we can make a point. Get started. Okay, here we go, 5-4, 9, we're going to mark the 9. We're going to get put up to the 9. And we're going to go ahead and lay out our money. And like I said before, when you play this game, if you're the shooter, you want to know what you shoot, what you throw. I'm going to go ahead and play, I'll normally play a 5 or a 9 when I shoot. I can, we'll also hit the 6 and 8. I mean, I'm usually an inside shooter for the most part, and if it's between the 4 and 10, I typically will hit I think I hit the 10 more than I do the 4, but it kind of goes back and forth. I just want to pick a number. We'll pick the 5. We're going to put $100 on there. 1, 2, 3, 4 happens to be $100, right? So we're getting the bulk of our money back quicker. I'm going to go ahead and put 35 behind. And we're good to go. So, I guess I'm new to this. Golly, I can't throw with this thing out here. I'm new to this video system and all that stuff, kind of talking while I'm doing this. It's actually pretty good because it lets me 415. It lets me it helps me to kind of relax and think through some of the stuff I'm doing. So there we hit that 5 right off the bat, right? That's pretty good. That's a good hit. We're going to regress down to a $25 chip. And we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4 chips that we originally had. 1, 2, 3, 4 with an extra 25 right there. We got a 25 on the pass line. We got 25 in the all tall small. And and we got $30 behind. So we have covered everything on the table, and I have now a profit of $10. Now every time this hits, because it hit the 5, we're gonna start pressing everything to black. That's how this plan works. You know, again, the way I've become successful at this game and making a living out of it, or an extra living, or you know, whatever you want to call it, is because I get on the house's money as fast as I can. I'm not interested in getting out there and sitting out there for forever, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. You could easily roll a 7, that next roll right there, and you're out, just like that. But I'm at least out just casino winnings, right? It was a free roll is how I would look at it. That's 5-4-9. Put comes off. We're gonna get paid behind the line. And we're gonna need more of these nickels. Okay. So we get our first point. Successful so far. That's what I like about this. You know, I gotta tell you, there's those of you out there, I don't know you well enough yet. I'm not, golly, that dang thing, I keep missing it. I don't try, I'm a quiet kind of guy, and I'm fun to be around, but thing is, I don't know this community very well yet, and it's my first time doing videos and this kind of things. I really am flattered by, you know, folks telling me, hey, I saw your video, and I really like what you did. And this is coming from people who actually make these videos more routinely than I do. That's an 11. It's going to pay on my pass line bet because that's off. But I'm flattered. I'm flattered that actually somebody even took the time who does this for, you know, I don't know. It was flattering, really. What it kind of does for me is it reaffirms that, you know, I do know what I'm doing. I do have something to show. I do have something to teach, and I've got something that actually makes sense. This business of being a professional gambler, to be honest with you, it's good living, easy living, but it doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice. You have got to really work on your trade. There is no other way around it. You know what, guys? I made a mistake. I forgot to put the hats on there. Wow. 516, 6 is going to travel to 9. And because it's a new point, we are going to push another $100 out each and every time. We're going to get back on, even though this is already casino money, I always count it as house money. So we're going to bust it up again to get another $100. And then regress, and then push everything to black. Now, do I have to do that? No, don't have to. Why do I do that? Because I guess psychologically for me, I'm getting profits faster, 1. But 2, I always look at it like I'm still on the casino money until I get that one big hit. I've been betting this way for a long time, years. When you get to be my age, you've been doing a lot of things right, doing a lot of things wrong, and having played this game for I can't tell you how long. You get to know how to make money at it. There we go. Look at that, 325. Back to back. What'd I tell you? We regress back down. We collect, and now we're going to press everything to black chips. I'm on ABC Casino's money, right? Doesn't matter what casino you go to. If you play this way, I can promise you there's 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, you're going to pick up some serious comps. You'll have a lot of money on the table. They start seeing that you're betting black, $100, and you're hitting. They're going to pay attention. They're going to see what you're doing. Just at that point, I forgot to put the hard 6 out there, but oh well. They're going to pay attention to what you're doing, they're going to take notice. And what's really nice and exciting is when you've been playing for a while and you start winning a little bit of money and you start getting into the pockets of the casino, is when they decide they're going to slow you down. They're going to come up to you and they're going to say, hey, you know, Mr. Franks, or Mr. Jones, or Mr. Edwards, or Mr. whatever your name is, how'd you like to have a complimentary dinner at our steakhouse? You know, perhaps you and your wife, or you and, you know, your significant other would like to take in a show. You know, whatever it may be, they're going to try to take you off your game. And it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice when those things happen. You build up a lot of comps. And those are those extra perks that you get for being a good player. Being a good player. Points 10. We'll move that 10 to the 6. So when you're a good player and you come up with a plan, you know what, guys? Look, I keep forgetting. I forgot a couple things. I forgot to buy my 4 and 10, so we're going to go ahead and pay for that right now. My apologies, I forgot. And then it's a new point. The point is 10, so we're going to go 2 times odds behind. We're going to push a 5 again for another 100. But anyway, when you start being rewarded, let's say, oh yeah, and a $10 hard 10, that just came as a hard 10. When you get rewarded for being a good player, it's because they want you to get off the table for a moment because you're hurting them too hard and too fast. That's when I smile. And that's when you should smile. Because then you're saying, you know what? I'm making it happen. I'm actually doing something. I'm getting attention without being loud. You're getting attention without yelling, right? And that's a good kind of attention. But this is a fun game, y'all. Learn how to play it. Learn how to play. The reason you want to learn how to play is because, you know, if you go to the casino and you don't know how to do anything, what do you end up doing? You do what makes the casino the most money. Then you sit down and play slot machines, right? Or everybody wants to play blackjack. Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about it. You sit there a long time, but there's no excitement, there's no energy. You don't see anybody screaming really loud consistently at a blackjack table. Most everybody, you know, kind of frowning. It's 516. Most everybody's frowning because either they're down money or, you know, they already lost a bunch of money or, you know, whatever. Who knows? I mean, they're just not having fun. It's just not an exciting game. I like the excitement. I like the energy level of the table. I like all of that. Now, I'm not a loud guy at the table though. You know, that's the thing. I enjoy the energy. I love the energy the table brings to everybody else around me. You know, when you're having a good game and your game is on, I like the energy that it brings around me. That's what I like. So here we go. Anyway, enough of those stories, right? Here we go. We got 314. I gotta get serious about this game. Okay, 314. It's gonna cost $1 right there. Gotta get that. Dang. Sucker took off on me. It's at 4. Do I mark that 4? Perfect. I'm gonna bring this. We're gonna go ahead and press that. It's gonna cost me $2 more. Okay. There we go. So anyway, this the game itself, fun, it's easy. Learn how to play it. Now we're getting ready to press everything up. We're just about ready to hit black chips here. Just about ready to hit black. There we go, 549. The other thing too, we want to go ahead and take a quick inventory up here. As you guys know, I've got that all tall small going. And the all tall small is coming along nicely. All tall small on the smalls, all I need is a 2. On the all talls, we just need an 8 and a 12. Now there is a betting strategy out there that says, hey, and it's actually got some merit to it. I like the guy. I like his videos. But the strategy basically says, hey, when you're on a 2, when you're sitting at a 2, then you want to go ahead and start hopping the 7s, I think, or something like that. You know, okay, I get it. I get it. Chances are you are going to hit it with most people. I actually did a trial run on that myself, and I almost killed myself financially. Not with a gun. I almost financially killed myself because what am I doing here? I almost hurt myself terribly. What the heck is going on here? Guys, you hold on a second. Let me get my head right. There we go. 35. There we go. There. Now we're playing. But throwing that, the way I was throwing, I was hot that session I had at the house, and you know, all of a sudden, I just kept throwing money away. And as I compounded it over and over and over and over again, I had actually put more money out there running the hot than I was anything else. Boom. 325. There's $100. Again, this is a, let's go ahead and pay it like this. Now when this happens, your dealer's going to know what to do already. He's going to know what's going on. He'll go ahead and start getting you paid up correctly. He'll get you paid up promptly. And remember, that dealer, you got 2 things to do. First impressions. You can make him your friend, you can make him your enemy, right? Well, if you tip the guy and say, hey, listen, take care of me and I take care of you, no problem. He will basically do whatever you want to do within reason. There we go, 527. That's why you hop or you hedge it, I guess, because that could happen. So here we are, we're not too far into the game. Let me take a look at the video, see how long we've been doing this. Kind of lost my focus, guys, sorry. It's been about 17 minutes. We're going to jump in for a second session here, but I want to show you guys, again, this little high roller strategy, you know how it works. We've already won a couple sessions with you guys watching, just pretty quick. Right there. For those who can count quickly. There's 300, 325, right? 350. $370 is what we had out on the table of our money or house money. Yeah, I kind of look at it and saying, well, you know, house money was my money, but I left it out there, didn't regress. But again, we're supposed to press to black. That's the whole concept here, right? So here we go. We're going to start it all over again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 rolls. 13 rolls. Not bad, not great. I've done much better. But today is not about being a sharpshooter. Today's all about betting. Today's all about betting. You want to learn how to bet. All right, here we go. Once again, guys, we're going to play $25 on the pass line and $25 on the ATS. It's going to be 10, 5, and 10. If we do throw a 7 right now on a come-out roll, I'm going to lose this, but we're going to win our pass line bet. That'll go back up and take care of itself. If we roll a 2, a 3, or a 12, I'm going to lose my pass line bet. Pretty simple. It's a $25 is what it costs to throw the dice. That one throw is the way I look at it. So when you grab the dice, hopefully you know what you're doing. Or you're lucky enough to, like I said, make a point on your first throw. That's really what you're looking for. Get on the board, right? Get on the board right away. Dang it. That's gonna be All right, well, we're gonna try it a different way then. All right, so 5's my point. I'm gonna do this are 4, 6. This time I'm gonna put my $5 chips on there, y'all. Promise I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I know some of you guys are looking at this thing going, hey, you didn't put the $5 on there. I know, give me a break. I'm not a professional dealer. And again, like I said, I just started on YouTube. I don't do this all the time. I have guys, dealers do this for me, right? I bet. I throw the dice and I bet. That's what I do. I don't, put everything together. I know what I've got coming back. Okay, here we go. Back to this deal. So we got $25 and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and pick one of my numbers, a number that I will typically hit better than most. I'm gonna go ahead and choose the 2 middle numbers because the 6 and the 8 has more combinations to hit, just like a 7 does, but the 2 together, is okay. I think we'll hit one of those first. So, let's choose the 8. Let's choose the 8. And we're gonna put 30 behind. Okay, here we go. Dice out. Now remember, this program, this $1,000 buy-in is designed for us to double up our money pretty quick and then go home. That way you're not at the casino for 10 hours trying to make up losses. You go to the casino trying to make up losses, you're gonna lose bad. You're gonna lose real bad. That's a 628. I guess that was a good, if my dog barks, I apologize. This is live, well, I call it live. This is a real video. So yeah, I got people walking in and out of the house, most of my kids. Got real dogs that bark, just like everybody else does. All those little distractions, you gotta be able to deal with, right? Because at the casino, there's tons of distractions. Lots of them. And they're not dogs either. All right, guys, here we go. Back to business. So we hit the 8. We regressed back down. We brought all our money up. Now we're going to press everything to $100. Black chips. I want to go ahead and I want to press one. I want to get one to a black chip here for you guys. That's how we make a lot of money, is once we start pressing it to the black chips. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I'm hoping that today it does, so that I can show you how fast this goes once you get on black. I'm going to try to minimize my commentary, I guess. Maybe I'm taking too long here to roll these dice, but again, we're looking at 23 minutes in, and I think we've already made a few $100s just already in the first 23 minutes. And it has nothing to do with me. It's all about working my plan. If I stick to my plan, it works. I can tell you from experience, the minute I get off plan is when this does not work. Because then you get overconfident, right? You know that guy that you go to the casino, he's overconfident, and all of a sudden he starts hooping and hollering, and he gets a few beers in him, and he thinks that he's got money to burn. I got a buddy like that too. Doesn't stick to our plan. But nonetheless is a good guy. So stick to your plan. That way you don't lose a lot of money. Oops, got to pay behind the line. Got to pay behind the line. There we go. Perfect, we hit our point. So I think we're sitting on a couple of points we've hit. So those of you who like to bet the fire bet, I think we're getting close to one. The other thing too I will do on this is we regress down, by the way, just so that you know. We go down to minimum. We go down to minimum unit. Never leave the money up there when you've got a fresh puck coming. It's not that that's going to affect this. It's just, it's not part of the program. Anytime that you can pull back your winnings, that's when you're working your program. So here we go. Dice are out. We're going to get another point. We're going and get ourselves another point here. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Now, if we were sitting at a table with extremes, then that would be our point. That would be our point. So we got the 2. Perfect. So we're not doing too bad. I get 3 and a 4 for the smalls. It's going to cost me a quarter to continue to play. There it is. And now we need to get a point. I'd like to get a, let's see what I want right now. I think I would like to land. Let's land on a 6 or an 8, one of those 2. That would be a nice point to have. That way I can play the hard ways. And then we'll hit a hard 6 or 8. Okay, our puck is off. That's a 6-1. So we're going to lose this up here. This is the only active live bet that was there. I win 25 for my pass line, but I lose 25 for my all tall small, so we're back up. Didn't help us, didn't hurt us. We just have to start all over again. That's the climb. That's the climb. It's like climbing a mountain, right? You get up there, slide down, and you start back all over again. Just hopefully you had your pegs in there, you had your things in there so you don't hurt yourself too bad, right? Don't fall off the mountain. It's okay to slide down it, but don't fall off. Dadgummit it again? Shoot. I like throwing that 5. It's one of my better numbers. I hate it when that's a point, right? I mean, good thing, right? We like the 5. But I hate it because I can always put $100 on there, and I know on a 5 or 9, I'm going to hit it pretty quick. Okay, so plan back out again. We're going to put $30 behind the line, and then I'm going to put $100 on a number. We did the 8 last time. I haven't hit the 6. So I'm going to put it on the 9 right here, just because I feel one coming. And we're going to start all over. This video, I'm going to try to keep watching the time. I know I've been messing up with these super long videos. I'm already at 27 minutes, guys. And, you know, I'm going to try to keep this thing down under 40 if I can. We're going to do this probably the last one we're going to do. Okay. So here we go. 2 2's 4. I'm going to mark the 4. And for $1, we're going to pay 2. And we're bringing this up. We're not pressing until that 9 hits. We're not pressing until that 9 hits. Why not? Well, because we don't need to be greedy. That's why not. It'll get you in trouble. That's why you're watching these videos. You're trying to figure out, why are you not able to win when you get to the casino? I can promise you. That's how I started. Of course, back in my day, there was no YouTube. I had to actually go to the casino, go stand at a craps table, put money on the table, and watch everybody play. I told you I felt that 9 coming, didn't I? That's 6-3 now. Regress back down to the basic. Now we're pressing everything up to black. But anyway, yeah, I had to watch to get my education. I went to the School of Hard Knocks on the craps table. Again, they did, it's kind of telling you how old I am, but we didn't have internet back then, man. Matter of fact, we didn't have all these specialty bets. Craps was pretty basic. Not a whole lot on that table, but it worked. So I'd watch the big guys get out there, the guys that walked in like I do now. Ooh, second 9 in a row, look at that. And I learned how to play. And as I started, losing money while I was learning, I decided there's got to be a better way. So I started thinking and developed my own little system. Or at least what I think is my system, because I've never seen it played this way. I've never seen anybody play the game like this. I'm not really telling anybody about it, except till now. I guess now the whole world knows about it if they start watching this video. But there's no rule against how I play. Oh, it's an 11, I'm sorry. It's an 11. There's no rule against playing this way. right? There's no rule whatsoever that says you can't bet heavy on one number and press. There's no rule that says that. You know, the only thing I do is try to get my money back as fast as possible. That always happens too, by the way. I forgot on my other video, my Toro 200, when there's a field bet, or when there's a extremes, a 2, 3, or 11, or a 12, I'm supposed to be putting a field bet in there because I know it usually comes back to back. In this case, the 11 hit twice, right? So I got 2 rolls I made no money on. My money was out there exposed for 2 rolls doing absolutely nothing. So bad news is that it hit the 11 the first time, which we needed for the all talls. The second time it hit, it did absolutely nothing. Just burned the roll. So here we go. Let's keep going. Again, this is just craps table, craps game. There's no magic to it. Hey, yeah, I'm already out of 2 of these. There's no magic to this game. It's all about smart. Gotta be smart. Work a plan. Find a plan that works for you and work that plan. You find a plan that works and then you don't decide to work it and the plan doesn't work for you. All of a sudden, again, you find yourself going upstairs to your hotel room pissed off because you lost money that you couldn't afford to have lost, or you got out there big because, you know, you saw a plan like this and you saw a plan like this and you said, man, dang, that worked. That worked. And then you go out there and it doesn't work for you. And then you start MFing everything. Oh, that mother emmer, that didn't work for me. He's full of, you know, shitem. He's full of shiitake mushrooms. You know, it doesn't work. Okay, well, pretty much if we had this thing on camera and watched you, chances are you didn't work. You probably weren't working as the better. You know, system works as long as you work. Are you going to get your fair share of 7s? Yeah. Yep, you sure are. You sure are. But if you work the plan throughout this system before this goes all crazy, then you're on house's money. That's our first black, guys. Look at that. That's our first black chip up here finally for the press. It's our first press. And imagine that, it's on a 628. How about that? On an 8 of all numbers. Told you I hit the insides pretty consistently, 5, 6, 8, 9. Those 10s and 4s are crickets out there. But if I do, I usually favor the 4, I think, over the 10 if I go back and look through history of my throws. But anyway, this is a fun game. I learned how to play. And again, I got a system that works. Got a system that works. I stick to it. It works for me. I got the bankroll to prove it. Hit our point. Points off. What do? We regress. We regress. Yeah, but why are you going to regress? You just got to 100. Well, because that's the plan. That's the program. I'm working the program. You'll see in a minute here when we're almost done, because this is probably our last bit of the session. We're going to cash out. This is how I normally go to the casino. This is how I play at the casino, and this is what I do when I'm by myself. When I'm with my friends and everything gets out of hand, man, I start betting silly. You know, and then I look at it and go, man, why in the world did I bet like that? That was crazy stupid. No idea why I was betting some of those things. But it happens. Okay, look at that. Of all the times to throw that, that's perfect. Perfect timing. It doesn't help me. It doesn't hurt me. Again, it's the second time this has happened where we knock ourselves out off of this thing and I can't make it. I'd like to make it again on this one. All right, so what are we at? 34 minutes. Yeah, you know what? We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. This will be the last one. We're going to get 1 point, and we're going to try to knock out just nothing but solid numbers. Press again to 100, and then I'll show you what we got in our chip. They're going to move the puck over to the 8. We're going to move our bet from the 8 to the 5. It's going to travel. We're going to put $30 behind. And then we're going to get started again on building this. So if I can hit a few 5, 8s, and 9s in a row, we'll be in good shape. This is a good time to hit this number. Extreme. Now, again, there we go. Here's my opportunity, right, on an extreme. Put out $10. On the $5, we put out 5. Quarters, typically, we'll just put 10. Because if it does hit, it hits, great. If it doesn't hit, okay, you're out $10. I don't like losing green chips. I don't like losing black chips. I like to collect them. I don't know why. I just like to collect them. There we go. 3, 2, 5. Obviously, guys, I like that 5. So we lose this right here. Oh shoot! What'd I do? Dadgummit. I forgot to load up on my 5. Shoot. Alright. Alright, so, dang it. Someone should have said something there. Look, see, if I had my dealer here, he would have said, you're not going to put $100 on the 5? Alright, so now I'm going to put $100 on the 5. So I know I just hit it, but that's what I should have done. First place, I'll hit it again. I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. I might even hit it right here, back to back. Shut up. Shut up, guys. Shut up. Look at that. What was that? You think this is rigged? I can't do that. There we go. We're back down to a quarter. Except this time we're going to go ahead and press it. We're going to go ahead and press it. Why not? What are the odds of that, right? I got a buddy of mine, Greg. Call him Doubtful Greg. He'll love to see this piece where I call it. I call the 5 and it really hits the 5, right? He'd never believe that. He says there's nothing to being a sharpshooter. He says it's all pure luck. I have yet to see random shooters shooting as long as I do with consistency every time they get up to shoot these dice. There's a couple other guys on YouTube. I know you know them. They'll beg to differ as well. They know that there's an art to this. It's no science, it's an art. We practice this craft. And matter of fact, those guys that I don't know, some guys may or may not have a true table to spec, but some of these guys have tables nonetheless. You practice your craft, I can promise you, if you practice this craft, you will get really good at it. One to pay, 2 to press. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. We're going to $100. We're going to $100. Now the 10 hits, so chances are I'm going to hit that also back to back. It usually does. Oh crap! You know what I forgot, guys? Dang it! This whole time, this 8. I'm supposed to have a hard 8. Y'all supposed to remind me. Supposed to remind me. Again, my dealer would have said, no hard 8. You know, what are you doing? No hard 8? I was like, oh yeah, you're right. You're supposed to get an 8. And then, sure enough, here it comes. Hard 8. Almost. But like I said, we're going to hit the 10 back to back. There we go. There's my 10. Alright, this is going to pay 75, pay 150, like that. Okay, and we're going to go to 100 for 1. I need to change. Get 3 change back. Okay. Now, I have bought these. I just don't have any lammers. I do have those on order. Sorry, those will go inside the box because I bought them. Again, don't be so critical, guys, on some of this stuff. All right, now we know that right there is going to cost me $5 when I hit it again. So when I hit this 10 again, I'm going to get $200. It's going to cost me a nickel. I will gladly throw $5 in to get 200 back. Gladly do that. Okay, here's our 426, so we're going to mark the 6. Little recap what's going on up here. I don't know if you can really see it clearly, but we do need the 2, we need the 4 for our smalls, we need the 9 and the 11 for the all talls. Oh, come on y'all. Again, where's my dealers at? Look, I gotta grab another stack of these because the other ones keep disappearing. That's a 426, so we're gonna press the 6, full press, all the way up. At this point, guys, if I could pan this over, I'm gonna have to get a different setup, but if I panned over here, you'd see that these chips are growing. Most guys that are shooters, dice shooters, or guys that focus on just their dice and their gameplay, they usually have no chips up top. And the reason they don't have chips up top is because they focus on one thing and one thing only. Shooting. That's what they do. That's what they do. All right, that's going to call our session right there. I'm going to show you what we had out on outlay. So you can see there is no BS on this deal. Okay, there's 300. Again, we did 2 successful presses so far. Okay, there's 50. So 350 is what we had all across this table. This 350 was 100% house money, even though it was my money because I had it at one point. I reinvested it, even though it was casino winnings. Now, stay put, guys, stay put. We're going to show you what we got because this is what everybody likes to see. This is what everybody likes to see. Too many of them. Shoot, here we go. And they're coming. All right, that's everything. That's everything we got. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and count this out. All right, that should be 100 right there. That should be 2. All right, so that should be, oh, maybe I was right. There we go. There's 50. 50, 50. There's 100. There's 200. So we're gonna slide these 2 back. And drop 200 for those. Yeah. There we go. There we go. We got 75. So that's 3 chips. All right. And then here comes $500 at a time. That's short, right? So here we go, y'all. What is that? Is that wrong? All right, what am I? Maybe it's my hair getting in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. That's 5. There we go. Good Lord. Sorry, gotta count this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's $500 right there. That's 500. 500. There's 500. 500, 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 500. 500. There's another 500. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more. Look at there. Okay, guys, there's our coloring up, if you will, at $4. Started with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's the 1,000 we started with, right? And what do we got? Doubled our bankroll. Guys, that's successful. Thanks again for watching. We're going to do this 5 days in a row, exactly like what we did on the El Toro 200. But we're going to do it now here with the $25 chips. Not quite the high rollers, but it's getting up there. $1,000 bankroll buy-in, $1,000 made in a matter of probably 40 minutes. So like, subscribe to the channel, like what you see, subscribe to it. Send me comments, send me what your thoughts are if you have any. You know, I'll be able to reach back out to you. Again, I'm not the best yet at responding to it, but I will. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. We'll go to day 2 tomorrow, and hopefully I can upload this video for y'all to see because it was really, really nice. Thanks again. Peace.